Okay, just a quick video on how to do some of the measurements and work with the pendulum that you're going to be doing to create a lab. I have a tape measure here, and I'm gonna measure the length of my pendulum, and I actually have centimeters on here, so I'm gonna measure, and I'm gonna approximate. It's not the end of the world. You should measure to the middle of the weight that you're using, and I'm gonna say it's about 73 centimeters or 0.73 meters is the length of my pendulum. So I'll say the length is 0.73. Now, if you have to measure it in inches because you don't have something with centimeters, Siri or someone can help you convert that to meters, because I would like to know in meters, because gravity is measured in meters, and that's the last part. I want you to measure, sort of eyeball where that where the pendulum is sitting, and I'm going to use basically a shadow. It's not really right, so I'm going to try and stand in front of it and make a mark here, and then I'm going to pull it away and try and follow that mark. Should be just about there is where I want to hold it, and then let go. And when I let go originally, this right here is our amplitude, and I can take that same idea of measuring it, and I apologize for this rotten measuring tool that I have. I can take this and measure it, and it's about 28 or 27 centimeters. So 0.27 meters would be my amplitude. And I know you know how to do this. Amplitude is 0.27, and then you just sort of do that. And the first thing says, the first table says change the length. I think you know how to change the length of a pendulum. The last thing talks about the mass, and this is the hardest thing. You don't really have little teeny scales. If you do have a small scale, it probably weighs in ounces or pounds. I just want you to take 3 different items that have specifically different masses. This has a medium type mass, and I have would use maybe to change the mass, I would put one of my dry erase markers on here because it has a lot less mass than that, and use that as my pendulum, or something with a lot of mass, and I would go find something probably in my toolbox. Again, I do have it right here. It's sitting here on the floor. Give me one brief moment. I'll take that out. And last but certainly not least, the hammer that's sitting right here. I would put that in here, and then this has much more mass. You can see it's actually tightening this a little bit more, and then I would do the same thing. I'd hold it out here and measure the hopefully without destroying the integrity of the pendulum. Hopefully if I could find the center of mass of this hammer, it'd be just about right here. Move until I have just about the center of mass going here. Let's get it up closer to the head, and it should swing easier without still too much wiggle. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me mess up. Maybe something else that might be a little bit easier to hang on there and make work, but do your best. Fill out a table. Hopefully you're not putting random numbers on a page. I want you to actually do this, and I want you to actually see the time period, and that length is the only thing that matters. The length of the pendulum is the only thing that changes the time period of the pendulum. And I've already discussed it. I've already shown you but this is to help you along with your lab. So have fun. Like I said, you get 2 whole days to do this. Please, please, please actually do this and actually have a little bit of fun. And if you can take a couple of pictures or a video and upload it to me, that would be fantastic. And if indeed I get pictures from you guys doing that, I'll give them to somebody and maybe they can post them in the newsletter or something like that. So thanks very much for your effort in advance. If you have any questions, obviously you can send them to me.